next thing I know, I'm just getting jumped. I'm getting punched, kicked, just everything. And I'm just like this, just on the ground like this. What's good, y'all? Happy Friday. If you guys don't know, like I said, I will be dropping a new story time every single Friday. If you didn't watch the last one, I definitely recommend you watching the last one. I'm gonna put it somewhere up here. But as you guys can see by the title, my first time ever getting into a fight. And yes, no, I really did get jumped. Like, that's no joke. So without further ado, let's get straight to this video. All right, so this happened around, I know it was the beginning of the month. I know it was January. I think it was around 2022, I believe. At this time, I was usually playing basketball with Aiden. To work, we would just leave work, get our stuff, and then just go hoop. So we usually hoop at City Sports. And for you guys that don't know what City Sports is a gym, but they also have like a basketball court. So that's just where he had his membership, and I would always just guest pass in. But you know, I'd break him off some bread for letting me always guest pass. So this particular day, me and Aiden, you know, we're hooping. But before we get into that, this kind of adds context to the story. If you guys know me, like, it's kind of odd for me to be getting into any type of fights because I'm not a fighter. I'm definitely a lover. So there is that. But I like to pride myself on being a really good friend. And to me, it's like, you really have to go through something with me in order for you to get that full loyalty with me. And at this time, you know, me and Aiden, we've been cool, but it was more so like we're developing our friendship. And not saying that this is a bad thing, but Aiden is white. So a lot of the times, especially when we play basketball, you know, they like to pick on him. So I always would tell Aiden, like, if anything happens to you, bro, like, I got your back no matter what. And today was the day where it got tested. So we go to the gym, you know, everything is cool. And I think we're just hooping or whatever. And as we're hooping, we see these group of guys come in. And I classify them as ghetto Asians. And you can say, okay, what is a ghetto Asian? A ghetto Asian is an Asian that is portraying the black stereotype. Which me personally, I hate seeing that. Because it's like, I hate seeing that, whether it's Asians, Mexicans, whites, like anything. Like, I really dislike that because you have no reason to even be portraying that. Like, just be yourself. Like, there's no point in you portraying that. So they come in, you know, I just noticed it, but I'm not thinking nothing of it. It's like, okay, whatever. So when we play basketball, Aiden, he's more of a, you could say, Dennis Rodman, Draymond Green type player. Like, he's somebody that you want on your team because he has no ego, and he's just a really good role player. Like, he'll grab your rebounds for you. He'll play decent defense. Like I said, this is somebody that you want on your team. Me personally, on the other hand, I'm like Carmelo Anthony. I'm take the shot. My thing is back down, fade away, cash. And especially at this time, man, I was hitting game winners every single game. Like, I'm really him when it comes to this basketball stuff, for real, like, no joke. So, you know, we have our 5. Like I said, the ghetto Asians, we're just gonna call them GAs. So the GAs, they have their 5. So I think it's 4 GAs and 1 like white ghetto one. So, okay, you know, we're playing. I think we're winning, but at this time, like, the person that Aiden is guarding, they're kind of like getting chippy. Like, they just say like the regular stuff, like, oh, how you let this white boy out rebound you, like that, like just poking fun at Aiden, which is normal. Like, that's normal. He's been hearing that, I've been hearing that. Like, that's not really that big of a deal. So then one of the plays, I think they rough up Aiden at one point, but it wasn't, like I said, it's not that big of a deal. Aiden plays like a big, so you're gonna get roughed up. Like, it's not that serious. So the guy that Aiden is guarding, you know, he checks the ball, Aiden checks it back, but he immediately gets like on defense. So he passes it to somebody else, and then somehow the guy that Aiden is guarding gets the ball back. So once he gets the ball back, I think he goes for a drive or something, but he blows by Aiden. Now, I want to say this might be game point. I'm not 100% sure. But Aiden, he like grabs him, like fouls him. And I'm even looking at it because I'm on like the wing of the 3-point line. They're at the top of the key. And I'm like, dang, like, he didn't have to grab him that hard. So the guy was like, why are you grabbing me that hard, And then Aiden was like, I didn't want you to score, so yeah, I fouled you. But at this point, I could tell Aiden was a little fed up with all the little comments that he was getting. And then one of the other GAs, he comes up to Aiden, and he's on the other side of the wing. I'm on one point of the wing, he's on the other side of the wing. and he kind of like is like trying to buck up at Aiden. So then I come up over there and I'm like, heck no. So I go over there, and then the one that was on the outside of the wing, he looks at me and is like, what are you trying to do? I said, what are you trying to do? Mind you, I don't fight. But one thing about me is, like, don't mess with my friends. Like, at the end of the day, I will ride for them no matter what, which I feel like anybody should in that situation. So he's like, what are you trying to do? I said, what are you trying to do? Like what's really good? So the next thing I remember, what I'm about to tell you guys is what I was told. I don't remember this. I will tell you the part that I remember. So what I do remember is that somehow we go like more so towards the wing side of the court. This is the part that I don't remember. Apparently, I swung at him. So the part that I remember is, I just know that I just end up on the ground somehow. After I swung at him, they said I connected too, is that I got pushed to the ground, and the next thing I know, I'm just getting jumped. I'm getting punched, kicked, just everything. And I'm just like this, just on the ground like this. And while I'm on the ground, I'm just thinking like, dang, like, am I really getting jumped right now? Like, for real? And I'm also thinking like, okay, like, how do I get out of this? Because I'm literally on the ground getting kicked. But mind you, none of the kicks or the punches hurt, so like, it's kind of just like whatever to me. But then as all this is happening, I'm thinking, where is Aiden? And as soon as I say that, like, people just get thrown off of me. So then I finally get up, and the guy who I punched, he's all the way on the other side of the court saying, come on, nigga, like, da da da. Mind you, he's not black, so why are you calling me a nigga? But it's the Bay, I guess. So then, so he was like, come on, nigga, like, you don't want nothing, da 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 da, like, come over here. Me, I'm telling him, I'm standing right here, like, come over here, like, really come meet me, like, what is it really? And like, you scared? Mind you, I was not scared. I had no fear in my heart. Usually, whenever I would think, like, when I would tell myself if I got into a fight, I always felt like I would be scared, but at that moment, I was probably at my calmest. Yes, adrenaline was going through me, but I was not scared. So I'm telling him, like, no, like, come over here, like, really come over here. And as I'm saying this, I think he played overseas, but it's like this white guy, but mind you, he looks just like Luka Doncic. So I always refer to him as Luka Doncic. So Luka Doncic was sitting there telling me like, bro, it's not even worth it. Like it's just a game. Like, it's really not worth it. Like, it's not that serious, da da da. So then at some point he's still going. I'm not really saying nothing. Then it's this one dad who always brings his daughter. Mind you, his daughter is garbage. And the situation is kind of de-escalated at this point. He's like, man, if y'all gonna fight, go outside and fight. And it's kind of like, what was the point of you even saying that? Like, we're at this point, there's no point of us even fighting. He's still on the other side of the court. I'm like, all right, like, I don't even care about this no more. Like, let's just finish this game, and then we could just call it a day, essentially. So Aiden was talking to the guy that he fouled or something like that. But at one point, Aiden tells me like, oh, the white guy, the white ghetto that was on their team, I guess he told Aiden like, something, I'm gonna spit on you. And Aiden was like, what? Like, first off, when did we start spitting on people? Like that's so random. Who says I'm going to spit on you? Like, what? And mind you, this gym is full of Asians, and all Asians know every Asian, especially at that gym. So it's like a clan. Like, it's literally a 2v10. So like I said, Aiden is talking to some guy. Then this other guy comes up. So I come up, and I look at him up and down like, what are you trying to do too? He like looks at me up and down, but there's nothing that comes out of that. I guess the guy that Aiden fouled, I just know he ended up on the left side of me, so he's like right here. So he's like looking behind me to some other guy and is like basically like sneak him. So I look and I turn around, and the guy that was behind me, what's the point of you sneaking me? Like, you don't have to sneak me. Like, you're not gaining anything from sneaking me. So I noticed that, and I'm like, okay, like, cool. Like, if you guys really trying to get back with it, like, we can get back with it. Like, mind you, when I tell you guys I am not a fighter. It's just, I was just teed up. I can't even lie, I was teed up at that time. Like I said, that turned into nothing. So then we just were like, all right, let's just finish this game. So we finished the game, we end up winning, and they leave, which I'm fine with. Me and Aiden, I'm talking to Aiden about it. You know, we're just having like discourse and blah, blah, blah. But like I said, yeah, they end up leaving the gym. But I'm also thinking, I'm like telling Aiden, I'm like, bro, what if they come back and like bring guns or something like that? And we're kind of just laughing at that, but we're like, there's no way you're going to do that over a game of basketball. Like, there's just no way. Like, that'd be literally dumb. So me and Aiden, you know, we continue playing. And then, you know, as the runs die down, you know, we're getting ready to leave, and that's when they come back in. But you know, it's just whatever. Like, nothing happened, nothing turned into it. But later on that night, and the group chat is getting blown up, and they're like, you guys got into a fight? Like, da 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 da. Mind you, me and Aiden haven't even said anything yet. And we're like, yeah. And they're like, yeah, they were saying like, oh, John and Aiden got into a fight, and da 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 da. This is Nate talking. And then they're like, yeah, John swung on the guy and like hit him and blah, blah, blah. And I was telling them like, and to this day, I still don't remember punching him, but the only thing I remember is just me being on the ground. So the next day I go to work and I'm just telling one of my coworkers like what happened, how I got into a fight. I'm helping like a regular. And you know, he's listening to the conversation, and I kid you not, like he gets so mad at me. He's like, why are you fighting? Like, there's no point in you fighting. You could have easily just been like, nah, it don't even matter, and just left it at that. And he was genuinely like mad at me. But like I said, he's a regular, so we would talk all the time. And he was like, it wasn't even worth it. He was like, and just because they were picking on your friend, like, you know, you don't always have to fight somebody in order to basically stand up for them. And I kid you not, like when he was telling me this, I was like, dang, like he might really have a point. Like he was really grilling me like bad. But later on did we find out that we know so many mutuals between the people that we fought that it's like funny to this day. Even after that whole fight, like we would still see them at the gym, and you know there was still tension, but it was kind of like we're kind of over it. And there was points where we even like they would ask, mainly Aiden, like, oh, do you guys want to run with us? And we would say yes, but we really didn't want to. And majority of the time, like I didn't play good. I mean, I'm not the best anyways, regardless, but I know I never played good when I was on their team. And when I tell you like everybody's connected, like they get their haircut from the same barbershop that I get my haircut from, like it's genuinely crazy. I haven't gone to that gym in a minute, but when I would go, I would see them, and it's just like okay, like what's up? Like just nothing really came out of it for real, but. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and like I said, I'm really not a fighter at the end of the day. So the fact that I fought, it really did shock me. Even to this day, like I still can't believe that I fought somebody over basketball. Like it's never been that serious. Yeah, comment down below how you guys felt about this video. Like I said, story times every single Friday. Next week's should be interesting. Yeah, next week's one should definitely be interesting. I hope you guys have a good Friday, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, y'all. Peace.